think we print 4,000 each time that we go to print. The news that we put out is different from the news that you would see like online news, like celebrity news or things like that. So I think to me, like, the hard stories that we put out here are still more newsworthy. People love Pipestream on this campus. They pick it up and they say that we do a great job. And our website, as much as we want it to be at a different level than it is right now, we still see a much greater need for our print paper than our online product.
It's the main way that students get to know what's going on around campus. And at first I was like, oh, like, I don't know who reads it, but I talk to students, they're like, I read the whole thing, and like that's where they get their information from. And we have students who, like, if they're featured in it, it like makes their day. Or if something controversial happens, then a lot goes on. So it's kind of like, it's a really important part of campus, and it's a way to showcase students' talents, and it's a way to, like, for us to tell students the real deal about what's going on with the administration.
Our paper hits the stands on Tuesdays and Fridays, so either on a Monday or a Thursday night. We'll start to get stories in like Monday morning, and that's from every section: news, sports. Release only does once a week, so depending on the day. Opinion, and we'll get photos in, and those editors will start to give it like a first read and make sure all the information is there. When it comes to like 7 o'clock, that's when we really start to do the full editing, not just like looking and checking, make sure it's there. Eventually it'll go to production. That takes at least like 4 or 5 hours usually, and that happens with every section. And while that's happening, simultaneously the design section is laying out the pages. Like I said, that can mean changes in the middle of the night. Sometimes we'll even have to rework a front page because, you know, we all had this one vision, or maybe we had different visions and it just didn't get communicated well enough the day before. And then when I see it, I'll say, okay, that's not what I wanted, or someone will say, that's not what I wanted. So at 9 o'clock, we'll change the whole design of the paper. And then usually between 12 and 1:30 or 2, if it's a good night, design will say that some pages are ready to be laid out or headlined. They're all laid out. They'll finish headlining like maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours later. They'll print out those pages. I'll look at them for errors. Chris will look at them for errors. I look at them more for content. He does more design. And then we'll say, okay, this, and this is wrong. Go back and change it. They'll change it, then they'll print it out again. Chris and I will just look at it on the computer, do final changes, PDF it, send it to our press.
So another reason why I really like Pipedream, and I'm proud to be part of it, is because it's a complete student-run newspaper. We're pretty independent, and I think we actually count as a business. We might be one of the biggest businesses on campus because all of the money that we use to pay for equipment and our stipends and just to pay for the production of the paper is from our advertising, the revenue we get through advertising. So it's cool to be independent, and we're SA chartered, but they approve our budget, but they don't give us money from the student activity fee for it. So that's another really cool thing, and I think a lot of people don't know that, and they don't realize that, and a lot of people don't really realize how much time and effort that we put in the paper every week, twice a week.